Distinguished guests, Director Slimanov, dear attendees, I extend my gratitude for the honor of speaking at this significant gathering, a testament of Kazakhstan's steadfast dedication to fostering intercultural understanding. I must also commend Director Slimanov for his invaluable leadership of the International Center for the Rapprochement of Culture, a UNESCO designated Category 2 institute. These institutions stand as a pivotal force in facilitating meaningfully interactions and exchanges among diverse cultures within the region. Ladies and gentlemen, our world finds itself at a critical juncture, grappling with an array of formidable challenges that demand collaborative solutions. Yet, as our communities struggle with significant divisions that necessitate new levels of cooperation, finding common ground has become increasingly arduous. The specter of economic instability looms large, with projections indicating an alarming 6.6% inflation rate in advancing economies and 9.5% in emerging markets and developing economies this year. Compounding this, recent UNESCO findings underscore that nearly a third of individuals in nations where dialogue has faltered are ensnared in abject poverty, a stark contrast to the less than 1% suffering in countries where dialogue thrives. Simultaneously, the intensifying climate crisis has set off over 400 catastrophic natural events globally, surpassing previous records and underscoring the pressing need for concerted action. Moreover, the lingering impact of COVID-19 pandemic continues to haunt us, claiming over 6 million lives and precipitating a staggering disruption that includes prolonged instability, border closures, and shuttering of schools. The world stage is marred by violent conflicts, predominantly besieging nations well-equipped for intercultural dialogue, with a staggering 89% of these conflicts transpiring in such regions. Discrimination, racism, and xenophobia persist, afflicting approximately 1 in 5 individuals based on prohibited grounds specified in international human rights law. Moreover, gender equality persists as a fundamental barrier, exhibiting 77% disparity in gender equality scores in nations where dialogue falters. To confront these pressing global challenges, rekindling unity is imperative. We must cultivate trust, empathy, and mutual understanding, demonstrating that diversity embodies an opportunity rather than a threat. The power of intercultural dialogue must be harnessed to surmount these obstacles in kindling a beacon of hope. Literature, poetry, and writing have the potential to play a significant role in fostering exactly this sense of shared humanity. These forms of expression help to transcend cultural boundaries, serving as bridges that connect diverse societies through shared emotions, experiences, and values. Kazakh writers and poets such as Abay Kumanbayev, Mukhtar Aouzov, and indeed dear Oscar Slimanov, through their insightful works, have powerfully shown how universal themes can be evoked that resonate with audiences across world regions. Through the pen of such writers, we can grasp the transformative power of literature in nurturing empathy, understanding, and a shared sense of human experience transcending geographic and cultural disparity. It is through the magic of storytelling and the universality of human emotion that we can truly build bridges of dialogue and cooperation, fostering a world where diversity is celebrated and cherished. Excellencies, UNESCO recognizes the power of dialogue and has redoubled its efforts to foster interculturalism as a stand for achieving a culture of peace. Our UNESCO framework for enabling intercultural dialogue and the seminal report, We Need to Talk, signify a groundbreaking step forward in this regard. Revealingly, the report highlights that the lion's share of ongoing conflicts, approximately 89%, is concentrated in national where limited capacity for dialogue. It also underscores that a substantial 91% of refugees in 2020 hailed from countries grappling with these deficiencies, while a staggering 8-9% of terrorism-related fatalities were concentrated in similar regions. Armed with data and enhanced insights from this framework, we can harness the potential of intercultural dialogue as a pivotal instrument for preempting conflicts and fostering sustainable peace. We are harnessing the transformative power of the arts to advance dialogue and champion human rights. And trusted by the UN Secretary General, we are spearheading the formulation of the UN Plan, Arts for Dignity, Justice and Peace, aimed at mainstreaming the arts and culture across various United Nations programs. Moreover, our initiatives are diligently dismantling gender stereotypes and prejudices, dismantling harmful norms of masculinity, and bolstering man's involvement in addressing the fundamental roots of violence against women, thereby fostering a paradigm shift in attitudes and promoting gender equality. Efforts to eliminate institutional, legal, and informal barriers to inclusion are being spearheaded through the UNESCO Roadmap Against Racism and Discrimination. In November, UNESCO's annual Global Forum Against Racism and Discrimination will take place in Sao Paulo, Brazil, looking to step up global cooperation to confront the pernicious impact of racism and discrimination on vulnerable populations. At the forum, we'll continue our work to nourish a global network of writers against racism and discrimination and show the ink real can unite. Distinguished delegates and honored guests, sustaining and cultivating peace demands unwavering commitment and consistent action. It is imperative that we pool our collective resources to identify and implement the most effective measures for promoting intercultural dialogue and cultivating a culture of peace. We count on you all through your writing, your words, and ultimately through your actions to help us realize this important ambition. Thank you very much for your kind attention.